Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cousin
Connection
Podcast. And this is going to be your somewhat Ramadan edition because we are currently fasting as we're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely sucked the life out of me currently.
Really?
So, like, I feel, okay, I did it to myself. I went to the gym like I normally do. And, like, I didn't cut my program at all. I did everything as it was planned because I'm, like, actually following a program.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's going to mean, like, I'm going to be burning, like, all those calories.
Yeah.
But I think I sent you a TikTok. There's a trick that I learned that actually seemed to really help. But then again, like, one thing to remember is that the first 2 days or the first few days of Ramadan are always going to be like they're like the fake out. It's like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Like, I'm doing fine. This is gonna be fine for the Ramadan. I'll be able to focus perfectly fine. I'll be able to do everything. And literally, like, the week after this, or like the weekend, or maybe even sometimes 2 weeks in, if you're lucky, that's when you really feel it. That's when your body's like, oh, so we doing this long term? let me change some things around here real quick. Let me try and trick your body into eating more.
Yeah.
And, like, you start making bad decisions, like, at nighttime. But one trick I did learn was that if you eat more fats in the morning for sahur, then you actually it satiates you more for the rest of the day. Like, you don't feel as hungry for the rest of the day. So, like, I was throwing on that cheese and that I didn't have avocado this time, but, like, when I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna throw on avocado there and just hopefully it fits my macros. Honestly, like, macros for Ramadan are, like, always kind of crazy because you're eating so many fried foods.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big thing.
I actually haven't had sambusa yet, but it's only day 2. Also, like
What?
Like Ramadan Mubarak.
Oh yeah, Ramadan Mubarak, guys.
We kind of just got right into it, but yeah, today's day 2 of Ramadan, the day that we're recording. By the time this is up, I believe it'll be day,
I don't know, like day 6 or day 5, something like that.
Yeah. So
brains are not ready to do the math right now.
It's actually, if we think about it, I think our second episode was the Ramadan special.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure the second episode was that.
Oh, we should have probably looked that up and been like, what is our 1 year anniversary?
It's like April.
You can't find it on YouTube. You won't find it on there.
Hold on.
You have to go all the way back to, like, Anchor.
Don't worry. Oh, did it kick us out?
No. You're logged back in. Don't worry. Let's see. What's the first episode? When was that first uploaded?
The first episode. Oh my God, we had 3 pages of episodes. April 28th.
Oh, April 28th. Oh yeah, because Ramadan is later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't miss our 1 year anniversary then.
No, we didn't. Oh wait, we did.
How?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we didn't.
January, February, March.
No, we didn't. Look, it's
okay.
April,
4 is April. Anytime someone mentions, like, a number of a month, I have to, like, count it out. Yeah.
Oh.
Unless like for the first 6 months, I have to kind of count it out.
Yeah.
Because if it's around my, like, birthday, then I sort of remember, because I'm like, okay,
That's
my birthday's 9,
conceited.
or like I'll have to work back from that. It's like my left and right. Like, I'll have to, like, work around it. Yeah, I can't do that. It doesn't work for me.
This doesn't work for you?
No.
Left is the one that has the proper way.
It does. My brain won't work like that.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I probably have to go and get, like, diagnosed for, like, ADHD or something.
I'm pretty sure I have it too.
Yeah, like especially with, like, my recently with my messaging habits have been trash. And I'm like, how am I forgetting? Like, I'll literally open a message and start a reply, and then 10 minutes later, I'll look back and be like, in a draft, and I'll be like, I did that. You're doing that too, right?
No, I actually just remembered. Like, I'm pretty sure if I find it here.
Oh my God. Because you'll be in the middle of a thought, and then you'll like get distracted, and you forget that you actually were replying to messages.
Oops.
Yeah, there's a reason. I've mentioned that before. So it's a work in progress, but maybe it's an actual deeper than that. Maybe it's an actual, like, neurological disorder.
Imagine you blame it on that, and people can never say anything to you ever
Exactly.
again.
That's why I need to get diagnosed. No.
ADHD.
That's bad. No. Say that you want to get diagnosed so you can use that excuse is, like, the worst thing you can do.
It's hella toxic. But this was just to say that we're almost at our 1 year anniversary. I know that our Ramadan special did really well for our second episode ever. Like, a lot of people.
Oh yeah, anything.
Really liked that one.
Yeah, if you mention, like, Ramadan, especially in the time of Ramadan, like, people are looking for content to, like, fill up their days.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of people who are trying to cut out music. They make the switch over to podcasts.
Yeah.
And for those of you that said that you guys listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's such an honor. Thank
Shout
you.
out to the people on Spotify making Nasheed playlists.
The what?
Nasheed, like literally, I was in the gym and like usually I'll listen to like
You're working
podcasts
out
and
too.
stuff, and then I searched. I was like, Madih playlist or something, and it was like Nasheed playlist for gym. Perfect. Played
Really?
it. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's like a lot of the Nasheeds, like you hear like you know how sometimes on TikTok they have those memes, like the like somewhat racist memes where they use like a Madih in the background that sounds like super like
high percussion.
like high percussion, but like they're like cheering on, or like it's like I don't want to sing it right now. Okay. No. It goes like. Okay, cut that.
No. Sing it.
I can't. It's like not.
Why?
It's a different language for to
The
start with.
Arabic?
Yeah. In like, you know how like, okay, this is gonna be sound really bad, but like, you know those ISIS videos.
Yo.
You know those ISIS videos? How like they used to play like the really
upbeat,
not upbeat, but like almost like you're rallying. Yeah, rallying kind of Madih. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like it's that kind of stuff that plays in the background. And I just thought it was funny because like I'm pretty sure what I'm listening to now has been used as memes, like to make
In
fun
the
of like
past?
ISIS terrorists or something at one point.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Possibly.
but yeah, that it definitely does get you pumped though.
I hope we don't get censored for mentioning
What?
ISIS.
Don't
Is the
worry
government
about
that
it.
sensitive about them? Maybe that's really ignorant. To
ISIS
ask, but
is like. Have you noticed that it hasn't come up at all?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
is it still a thing? Are y'all still out
No,
there?
it's still a thing. It's just that it's no longer like the popular thing to talk about, right? Just
It's
like how
crazy.
Afghanistan was like the popular thing until they left, and like still things are going on in Afghanistan, but no one's mentioning it because it's now the attention's on Ukraine.
Speaking of Afghanistan, Ukraine, actually, a thought came to my mind, and I really wanted to discuss it for this week's episode. It has nothing to do with Ramadan, by the way, but I just want to know your thoughts because I saw someone tweet it and then repost it on Instagram.
What?
But they were saying, you know, that whole fiasco with Will Smith slapping
Yeah.
Chris Rock, which I'm sure anyone who's listening or watching
Yeah.
this knows what happened by now.
And now we've like, since we record this, we literally recorded on the day or the day before that actually happened.
Yeah.
And like it's had a whole week to kind of process. So now you kind of heard all of the opinions on it
Yeah.
instead of just giving yours right away. So now you kind of have
More
time to
well-rounded.
think about it. Exactly.
But here was the most interesting. Like, I've heard all the opinions on whose side. Like, I don't care to pick a side, to me. I don't care about them, what they do. But this was the most interesting point. Someone posted this. If I could find it, I'll see. But I doubt it. But anyways, they posted this and said, you know how the Academy is basically looking to discipline Will Smith for being violent on TV, on national television. The person that tweeted, they said something like, you know, you guys are creating an uproar for Will Smith slapping someone when I literally watched Saddam Hussein be killed on CNN when I was 9 years old. And I was like, wow.
Because it's a different game, right? Like it kind of showed itself with how we mentioned last time with Ukraine. Like they don't almost think of others as like, they don't think of them as people, like almost like subhuman in a way. Like they think, okay, white people business, or I know Will Smith is black and everything, or like first world people business and third world people business. Like they think of them as like, you know, when they hear like 1,000 people died in America from I don't know, Twin Towers going down or something, like it's like an uproar. But if you hear 1,000 people dying in like Afghanistan or somewhere in the Middle East, like people are like, oh, okay, you know, almost to them it's like, yeah, we expected that to happen.
That's so
and it's
sad.
like it's bad both ways on both sides, right?
Yeah.
But they definitely give more weight to things that happen here, and you know, it sort of makes sense because you're here and you're gonna give bias to what you're familiar with, right?
I mean, I guess, but they literally, I remember them like CNN, I'm pretty sure broadcasted like, did he get hung or something? I can't remember what.
Yeah, did they actually broadcast it?
Yeah, it was
like they showed the whole thing.
Yeah, like I'm sure they censored it. Like,
yeah,
because you know, but they showed him being killed.
Yeah, well, I think it was like right before he got killed or something, but still, yeah, and the whole Chris Rock, like, and it's funny because I'm actually reading Will Smith's book. I think he just called it Will. I forget what the actual book's name is. I think it's just self-titled.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you kind of understand why he did what he did, of course, it was still wrong. But just going through the book,
it was just like, okay,
unexpected.
if I'm gonna give an opinion, like I watched the clip. He laughed at first,
Yeah.
but then when he saw his wife was pissed, I guess he kind of felt pressured to act on it. But like getting up to slap someone is, come on, like you could have just had a conversation with him, or even, okay, fine, you want to heckle him and say, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, like fine, you can say that, but like, was it necessary?
And it was the most awkward.
It was so awkward. And then when he walked back, like he just looked like he did something, like you did that, and I'm like, did you though?
Yeah, I think it just exposes the fact that exposed two things. Exposed that like these people are still human. They still have human emotions. Like things build up, because I'm pretty sure this was just build up of all the things that were happening in the past couple of years.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Like,
yeah.
He probably just had like built up frustration.
Exactly. And maybe he felt safe in that situation, but he realized he wasn't even safe there or whatever. But also it exposed the fact that like there's definitely a hierarchy to Hollywood and all that stuff. And like they have no spine really, because like at the end, people still like let him go up and give his speech and accept the reward, the award for his thing. And like the fact, I don't know, it's just weird how the show just kept going on after that happened, after someone was literally assaulted, your host was assaulted on stage.
Yeah.
But it
like
just,
there was no security.
Yeah, it just exposed the fact that like that whole Hollywood system is so like fake and biased, and hopefully it'll make everybody not give them so much
like praise or look up
praise,
to them
or
so
not
much?
not look up to, but like also like they hold them to a higher regard, but really they're no better than us.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. It was definitely a weird situation though, and I'm like looking to go through the book more and kind of understand more the person that he is, because I did like Will Smith. I think a lot of people like Will Smith.
Yeah, I like him too.
And like for him to do something like this, which is completely out of character, you kind of want to understand. You want to understand why that was even done and why he did that. So I'm definitely in that process right now.
If he has a good PR team, they can spin this to his favor. Unfortunately, that's
well,
how
like
Hollywood
now
works.
he resigned from the academy, right?
What does that mean?
So like when he was part of the academy, he could vote. He had like special privileges. It also looks good like if you have an academy award member like in your movies and that kind of thing. But really at this point in the game, like it's not really going to affect him too much, because he already has the back catalog of all the movies he's made. He finally won his Oscar, so he can kind of just coast at this point. And I feel like he's just gonna maybe monetize this moment and like because he's more active on social media, right?
He's definitely gonna do a vlog or something about this.
Well, the funny thing is, and the thing that I found was the most messed up is they're like, yeah, we're gonna have a red table talk about this later.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. Of course they would.
Yeah. So
oh my god.
I don't know. It's just the most awkward situation.
Really? They're really trying to capitalize it on this situation now?
Yeah, they're gonna of course spin it as not capitalizing on it.
Yeah, obviously they're gonna talk about Jada's like a struggle with alopecia and how he was just defending his wife and the built up frustration and poor me.
Yeah, but there's no excuse for what he did, and he's probably gonna say that too. But
yeah,
no, that's not our fight. It's not our.
It's not.
What was I gonna say?
It's not our battle.
Yeah, it's not our battle.
We're just here to share our opinion on it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, yeah, that was what I wanted to talk
about. Okay, guys, thank you for listening. Please.
We'll do the shortest episode ever. Should we just get into this?
Yeah, let's get into what you got here. Sara's actually got some topics today.
For once. So this was just something that I was like thinking about. We kind of touched on it, like how we prepare for Ramadan, and I know that in our last Ramadan special we spoke about some of our goals and our intentions for the month. I believe we recorded that one at the beginning of Ramadan too, right?
What?
The last time we did this. It was like the beginning.
Oh yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, we did a few episodes before we actually did the Ramadan episodes.
But like when we recorded that one, it was like a day or two into Ramadan, like it is now.
Oh, okay.
I think.
My memory's trash.
It might be.
Yeah.
But since it's only day 2, we wanted to kind of, or personally, I wanted to, set my goals from now. It's sort of like how we look at like the new year. You know how you set your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Ramadan is like a reset for Muslims to, I guess like recalibrate and reset their intentions for
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the year, I guess.
Yeah, for the next year.
For the next year until the next Ramadan. So at first I kind of was like, let's have 10 goals each, and then I thought about it. I'm like, that's way too many goals. So maybe we can do like 5 or less. Like top 5 if you can get to 5. But
Sara will be giving.
let's hear yours.
No, because when Sara messaged me about this, she's like, "Hey, so I'm thinking of doing like episode on our goals and stuff." I was like, "Goals?
You mean goals?
Yeah, like maybe goal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I had a goal last year, and like I like somewhat did that. And I'm like, I didn't really think. I don't know. Like I mentioned last time, Ramadan. Yeah, Ramadan didn't like. I have a few things here. We'll get to it. No. We'll get to it. Sara, you just give your goals. No, just give your goals. No.
You sure you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. You go first.
All right. Fine. Okay. I'll go through my goals first. So my first one was to be very intentional for each act of worship. So what I mean by that is like, a lot of times, or maybe this is just me and I don't want to paraphrase, like assume for anyone else. And this is me putting myself on blast now. This is awkward. But,
go ahead.
Sometimes we do things out of habit, So I wanted to be a lot more intentional. It's not necessarily in regards to the sincerity, yes, but also like, really being cognizant of why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I'm going to wake up for suhoor, it's not just to eat so I can last with the day. I'm doing it because it's sunnah. Like, I wanted to really kind of make that not a habit, make myself more aware of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Ultimately, everything that we do is for the sake of God, good deeds, that is. So, so that's my first one. I don't know if you want to say anything or you just want to list them all.
No, you can list all yours, Sara.
I feel like Amir I'm so excited to hear yours.
I'm like the kid who's like, he's like, wait, there was a test, or like, wait, we had homework, and they're like 5 minutes before it, trying to get it on that.
If y'all see Amir in the corner, like quickly writing down points, like, yeah, me too. My second one was to review knowledge that I've already learned. So like, sometimes you attend lectures and stuff, and it's great. You kind of retain the information for the first little while, but it's always good to review. And sometimes you might forget little details, and reviewing always helps to refresh your memory and the knowledge that you have. So that's definitely another goal of mine. And also attending sessions of knowledge, like lessons. Since we're kind of coming out of COVID now, some of them are still online and some of them are in person. So, just making the effort to do either or, and trying not to like overwhelm myself, because I think for me, like I get excited to set goals and I'll set like 50, but I can only really do like 2. so I'm trying to do like reasonable ones here. The next one was to donate, and it doesn't necessarily mean just money. Like, I don't know about wherever you guys are from, but sometimes we get calls from like the Diabetes Foundation or whatever. So like donate clothes. You can donate like cooking utensils or anything to shelters. There's a lot of people that have immigrated here to Toronto and Canada recently. So like, going to the different shelters and places of support. And there are always going to be people that are in need. So if you have money, if you have food, even donating it to your neighbors or inviting people over, something like that.
Your goals are looking a lot like the ones I had, but
Oh, really?
I don't want to repeat. So I feel like you should just list them and, just assume that we both have very similar goals, guys.
That's funny that you said that.
Because like how different can goals really be, especially as a Muslim? I feel like we all strive to become better Muslims, and it really, the path isn't very different for all of us, We're at least we're both in the same demographic, sort of, we're both the same age, we're both cousins, we live next to each other, so I feel like a lot of our goals will fall in line, and like to donate more is something that I really do look forward to doing, and it is something that I was thinking of doing. So the fact that you mentioned it, that
was probably your only point, huh?
No. I'm just saying,
Well, you know what?
Sara's making some really good points here, guys.
Let's look at your list for a sec.
Well, like, okay, I sort of misinterpreted what you said.
Wait.
No, because when you said goals, I thought you meant like during Ramadan, and like
these are during Ramadan.
I started writing some like random ones that came to thought, but they weren't really like goals. They're just like dumb things that I do.
Like what
during
did you
Ramadan.
What did you put?
It's like, like try not to open the fridge more than 5 times a day.
What?
I don't know. Okay, my brain is not working right during Ramadan.
How is that a goal?
Because like you forget sometimes. So like I'm trying to be stronger and being more steadfast during Ramadan. Okay. By not opening the fridge multiple times, because you open the fridge and you give yourself that false hope, okay, of like, oh, I'm getting ready to make some food, and you realize, oh wait, I can't eat, and I do that like 10 times a day at this point.
I was this close. I was like, oh, let me message Amir and ask him if he wants Timmy's.
See, exactly,
like, oh, wait.
Exactly.
Oh,
so it's not only me, guys. Okay.
I mean, okay, that's what else you got?
Huh? Well, like the other one is to stop watching food TikToks and YouTube videos.
Wait, you really wrote that down?
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Like, not torture myself by watching cooking videos.
How did you misinterpret what I wrote?
I don't know. Okay. Like, binging with Babish. That's a big, like, long-time fan of him. Joshua Wiseman really, recently started watching him. Makes great videos. Can't watch him because his cinematography is amazing and he makes the food look 10 times better than it probably really is.
Though.
I know, right?
They're sick.
And like, golden balance, shout out to the other Muslim.
I watched his butter chicken recipe and I was like, oh, I need to make this.
You saw that one now too, right?
So
I know.
So good.
I watched them all, but I don't know if I'm ever going to make them. Like, that's the one thing. I never make the actual. I've watched like probably thousands of cooking videos at this point.
Yeah.
Favorited that like half of them, and never made one recipe.
I've done a couple. I've made a few of the golden balances.
Really?
Yeah, and they always turn out really good.
Well, like when you meal prep, it just changed. Like you get so used to it. And you already know exactly what you're going to buy at the store. Like the fact that today Sara messaged me at like 2:00 saying she was going to go to the store. She was at the store buying food. She messaged me 2 hours later saying, I just got home. I'm like, how did you take 2 hours at the shop? I know you got gas. Okay. I know you got gas, but 2 hours.
Yeah.
For the grocery store? Do you not know what you're going to get when you get in there?
Do you know how much of a trap it is to go grocery shopping when you're fasting? I wasn't even hungry. Like, I wasn't hungry, but it's just like knowing that I can't eat, everything just looks 1,000 times better. You're like, yo. Nah. Like, you look at fruits like you've never looked at fruits before.
That's why I feel like meal prep changes the game because when you're meal prepping, okay, like, you know exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, I'm going to get chicken. I'm going to get my cheese or whatever, my frozen vegetables, my frozen fruits. Like, I literally beeline it to all the spots and I'm out of the store in like 15 minutes. I spend longer in the lines than I do actually in the aisles. And I feel like meal prepping will change the game for anyone. So just look it up. I'm telling you, it makes your life so much more easier. People say it takes more time, but it actually saves me a lot of time.
I want to meal prep, but like after Ramadan.
It helps during Ramadan too, or at least knowing what you're going to be eating ahead of time. Don't be like me and like bring your meal prep to iftar. Like,
did you bring that?
Of course I brought my food.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you doing that today?
Of course I'm going to do it today.
You are?
Yeah.
Why?
I
guess because you already
Like, I already know what calories I need. And like, I'm trying to like keep, because people don't realize this. During Ramadan, you actually eat more than you do on a regular basis.
How?
Because when you eat, you eat more food in that you're eating higher calorie foods, high calorie dense foods. Like, like when you go to iftar, you're literally eating a bunch of rice, a little bit. I remember yesterday I was talking to Abbas, my cousin, and he had a plate of food, and it was like all rice, and I was like, "Where's the protein?" And he literally digs through the rice and points at the one piece of chicken inside there. It's literally like a sliver of chicken. Like, this is your protein.
Now you putting him on blast.
He was laughing too, okay? But yeah, like you eat all that rice and then you have like the what is it? The bhajias and the sambusas.
You guys had that yesterday?
No, but like at home people will usually have that. And like you'll have the what's that one that was like the flat disc that was like, it's like a puff puffed thing. It looks
Sukurbara?
like sukurbara.
Yeah.
But no, sukurbara is also there, which is like a biscuit basically. But there's also like the soft one.
Not the one that's covered in sugar or honey, right?
No. But
Dus
sometimes they have
Mutulog.
that too.
I know there's couscous.
Yeah, couscous.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or
that one.
mutabak. Some people call it
Mutabak,
that
yeah.
too.
So those ones are like they're light, but they're deep fried. And they're like
so
they're like
good.
dough that's deep fried and it's really light and it's just literally oil, fat.
Why you gotta make it sound like that?
No, because I'm telling you right now, people don't realize that they eat more during Ramadan than they do outside of regular diet.
But they burn
outside of Ramadan.
They burn it during Tarawih.
That's not how it works. It's calorie in, calories out. Tarawih. I just realized what you said.
Y'all know how it goes.
Yo, low key, your legs be like burning at the end of Tarawih. You'll be on that like
kind of shaking a little.
Exactly. You'll be on like the 11th rakah, like your last one. You do like with it and your legs are about to give out. I just feel like put this so low.
I remember when I used to train with Navat. Shout out to Navat Sharif.
Yeah,
we're gonna have her on this.
Yeah, we do have to have her on.
But I remember one time she was like, low key when you're praying, you can treat it like a workout. I'm like, what? How?
What? Oh,
so she's like, when you're pushing yourself back up from sujood, it's low key like a push up.
Yo,
you know?
low key, I kind of do the same thing.
It's just like when you go down for sujood when you're standing, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of like squat down.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
No, but actually, when you're getting up from
sujood,
from sujood to standing, you can actually like if you stand up with your feet together and you press off, your knees are still on the ground and you press off with your toes and you start to lift that way. That's actually a really good quad workout. I'll tell you right now, like I've actually
all the gym rats are gonna be like, oh, bet, all right, prayer.
Yeah, guys. See, there's so many more benefits to praying, guys.
Yeah,
Please.
just don't forget your intention.
Exactly. Don't forget your intentions. And realize that the prayer is there for a reason. It's good for you guys. It's an obligation, but you can also do a lot of sunnah. It's really good for you. Okay. Sorry, I kind of derailed you from the goals there.
No, that's okay. That was a good little like side.
Yeah, but whatever you say, just ditto, guys.
Okay, I have 3 more.
Yeah.
So the next one is to do daily or weekly check-ins with yourself. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is like, you kind of check with yourself, like, what have you been doing well in terms of, because, I guess, let me preface this first of all. Mm-hmm. During Ramadan, the good deeds that you do, your rewards get multiplied. Mm-hmm. So you Muslims, we try to maximize as many rewards as possible during this special month. And so, let's say if you're doing daily check-ins, if that's something that works for you, you can kind of evaluate your day, see what you did, what worked for you, maybe something that you could improve on. Yeah. And then kind of like reset your goals for the next day or the next week if you're doing weekly check-ins. So that was
I think something to really help with that is you should start journaling then.
I should have brought my journal.
Yeah, you have a journal.
I showed you guys a journal a couple weeks ago.
Okay, yeah.
From the Layali collection. They're on Amazon, so that's a great journal, especially for Ramadan. I'm pretty sure they're still available, so grab a copy if you haven't already and you kind of want to get into this mindset. Yeah.
Because journaling will it'll give you like something physical to do. Because if you're just checking yourself, you're just sitting in your bed and be like, okay, Sara, so what have we done today? It's like, nah, it just feels, at least for me, that's how I'm picturing it. Yeah. Like it would be weird. So I'd have to actually like physically write it down. Yeah. Or maybe you can make like a video journal or something. Then become a vlogger. Then go on YouTube. Because that's actually how a lot of YouTubers started, right? They would do video journals. Just talking about their feelings, whatever's going on in their life. And it just became a thing. It became very popular from it.
Yeah. Story times became a thing. Yeah. They're so popular now.
Mm-hmm. What's that whole thing on TikTok now with the story time and crop?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Like, I feel so old. I'm like, what does this mean?
Exactly.
And looking through the comments to try and find like someone explaining
no context.
Or like sometimes they'll do like banana bread and they'll post like random recipes, brownies, banana bread.
Or it'll be like that one person. I bet you don't have this emoji.
Yeah.
Yo, you quit the mic.
No, because like I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm truly confused. Yeah. But I thought it was just me. Like I didn't think you had it too.
No, it's everyone.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Can you Google that right now?
What do I Google?
Sir, what is crop and story time? Okay, I know what story time is, but like on TikTok.
No, but like they're just random.
Okay, click on that one right there. Oh. Okay, what does it say? It says, let me read this right here. It says, if you've scrolled your For You page at all in the past week, you have noticed a couple key phrases pop up over and over and over again. Open the comments of TikTok video from a fairly big creator of any video and remotely viral potential, and you'll likely see crop, story time, and I guess you don't have this emoji. Literally,
it's literally those three.
Literally those three. Okay, just scroll down. Let's find the meat here. Keep going.
Okay, here.
Okay, let's see. Phrases are not sexual, personally make me want to rip my hair out, blah, blah. Okay, I don't want to know your feelings. I want to know what it means. Come on.
Comments are deeply annoying. That's exactly what they're meant to be. It's all a big inside joke made to spam videos across the platform.
Okay,
creating
so it's
an
just
echo
spam.
Chamber of people who keep the spam comments coming and a subsequent.
Things like this remind me that TikTok is just a bunch of 15-year-olds or like
they're all
teenagers.
trolls.
No, it literally is like you're like you think that TikTok is evolving. It's getting more adults on it, but at the end of the day, it's literally just a bunch of kids on there. We're just the weird ones who stay on there too.
But like, how do they collectively decide? Like, how is it a big inside joke that we're not a part of? Like, where did they decide this? On Reddit or something?
I feel like the kids have just like a collective conscience that they all feed from. And like they just know.
I want to be part of that. Like
we used to be, but we're old now, Sara. Our minds have been disconnected from the mainframe.
Oh.
That's why back in the day, like new like slang terms, you just knew them, like they would just become a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it was. Like now we probably don't know what the latest like slang terms are.
Oh, don't even try me with that. I actually don't know.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Well, now we know. It's all just a big joke.
Yeah. Like anything is really on the internet. Yeah. Do you think that's an issue where the internet can't take anything seriously? Like how like this, like we mentioned with the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap, like immediately you knew there was going to be memes, and there's still memes on it right now.
Yes. You know what I think it is? I think there has been so much negativity in this world for so long.
Yeah.
That I feel like social media and the internet is a place for people to kind of provide that comedic relief.
Yeah, because like I guess that's what the comedian's job used to be, and it still is. Mm-hmm. But like you'd have to go in person or watch a YouTube video, then putting it up.
Yeah.
But it's evolved into like people know that there's a lot of messed up things going on, and like the only way they can kind of deal with that is by making light of it or making a joke of it.
Yeah, and as long as you are up to date with, current world issues and popular culture.
Yeah.
Then you'll get the meme. Because sometimes I'll look at memes if I haven't like watched news or TV or anything in a while, and I'm like, I have no idea what this means.
So maybe it's a good way of like informing people of what's going on.
Yeah.
And hopefully it actually drives people to go and actually figure out what really is going on instead of just going off memes.
Do you follow Shade Room?
No. Shade Room, you should not be following Shade Room.
So funny.
No.
What do you mean? Aisha was on
Shade Room. Is toxic.
She was literally on.
Was she?
Are you living under a rock?
What? When was she on Shade Room?
The hyena video.
Oh, that was on Shade Room?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I swear.
Yo, you know what's funny?
Are you kidding?
You know what's funny?
What?
Maybe that's what it was. No, because someone at my gym.
Yeah.
So I met him. Not met, but I was with him at the gym. Mm-hmm. And I came back from Ethiopia. I was telling him about my trip or whatever. I was like, yo, watch this video like of us with hyenas or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next week, he comes back to me. He's like, yo, my boy, unless we were like just chilling or whatever. And he shows me a video. And it looks very similar to the video you showed me, but it was like a girl. And then I realized that girl was your sister. And that like he was showing me the same video, but just from different angles. And I was like, this is just messing up. And then he came up to me. He's like, so you're her sister? You're her brother? I was like, yeah. And he's like, damn, man, like the world is like it's 2 degrees of separation out here.
Honestly.
But maybe that's what he showed her or showed him.
Probably Shade Room.
Shade Room video.
Because it got like a lot of like everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
No one knew about hyenas before this?
Well, okay, if you're
I guess,
from Ethiopia or Harari, you'll
yeah.
know, right? But everyone else was like, is she... I'm never going to forget what they did to... what they were like Scar's partners or whatever. Like, how are they going to...
Of course, Lion King jokes had to come
and
out.
it was actually pretty funny. But like, they were flipping out. They're like, how could she... What if they ate her? Like...
What?
Yeah, because I guess they don't know that like...
Yeah, they don't know like the backstory.
Yeah, right. So...
we should have put a comment and be like, yo, we have an episode. We're going to kind of mention this kind of stuff.
I know, right? But a lot of the Hararis popped up in the comments.
Oh,
like,
really?
They're domesticated. I'm like,
Well, like, I feel like when you follow them, it pops up to the top first, no?
Oh, yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
why.
that's
Good point.
yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's on there. If you search it up, you have to scroll. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say Shade Room is Shade Room 6 Buzz. Those
Yeah.
Instagram pages are like prime examples of.
I was readjusting, Sara. Don't laugh. Okay. People who were listening to this be like, what the hell happened? Okay. I was talking about before, I don't even know if we started recording yet, but I was talking about how I need to be more aware of my posture because like I'll end up slouching at the end of the video and it'll look like me and Sara are like the same height by the end. And literally in the middle of her talking, I'd like bounce up.
I knew that's exactly what you were doing.
Okay, get to your point.
But yeah, those two Instagram pages are examples of like meme centric pages, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought Shade Room was more like just like gossip going on in like Hollywood and like black culture, black people business stuff.
Kind of. Honestly, sometimes like they really post like funny thing. Like I'm crying reading the stuff on them.
Okay. There was a time where like it was mostly like because I make sure like not to fall at place. They were posting a lot of like Fashion Nova stuff, I think at one point.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't be having this on my timeline, so I unfollowed them. Because it was mostly like girls like half naked and stuff. I was like, I'm sorry guys, I can't follow this on Instagram. I can't have this here. Yeah. There's one point where like I had to just purge my Instagram because like, no, this person's posting too much. Like,
I still have to do that.
Yeah. Hello? I don't know. We had a ghost open our door, guys. That's gonna be the title. A ghost entered our room while recording.
We're like,
yeah, y'all like that clickbait, eh? I got a lot of you guys on that last episode.
Yeah, you know, feel like, yo, you got us with this one.
Mm-hmm. Yo, if I pull you in with the clickbait titles, and then I drop you some knowledge, or at least my friend will drop you some knowledge.
Okay, last 2 points. The last one is, what did I write here? Oh, okay. I wrote, although we may be busy with school and work, set aside some time to focus on doing good deeds with concentration. So, I mean, I think my mindset when I wrote this down was kind of like, I don't know actually, but it's still a good point.
When you said that, I was thinking like with concentration,
like as in like you're focusing,
you're like giving someone money for donation. You're like, I'm really giving you this money right now. Like, just I need to focus on this 100%.
No, I didn't mean like that. I just mean like, for example, like say you want to read Quran, you're gonna do it without like scrolling on Instagram on the side or like, you know, drinking water if it's gonna be after iftar. Like you're really just focusing on that one task and devoting your time, like even if it's 20 minutes. To that one thing. Like that's what I meant.
Schedules really help with that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
That too.
That's how it really helped me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate minimum 10 minutes. Or not minimum. Not maximum. It's like what's the difference? Yeah. Okay. No, so I'd like be like, I'm only doing this task for 10 minutes and then like get used to that and then add time over. Yeah. Like add time to it as I get better at it.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes it get overwhelming if you do something, any task, like, try and do it all at once.
Yeah.
But if you break it down into smaller chunks, it makes it so much more easier. Like, I was watching a video today of a guy who's, like, every year for Ramadan, I try and finish the whole Quran. I was like, good on you first. But then he said, like, he was struggling with it. Like, at the end of the month, he was, like rushing through it, trying to finish it up. But he realized that if he just read, I think it was, like, there's 5 pages a day. If he just read like 3 to 5 pages per day, he could finish the book, the Quran actually early in Ramadan.
You mean like after every prayer?
After every prayer, he did 3 to 5 pages.
Oh, yeah, that's a small.
Exactly, which is just like it shows you like he thought it was such a big task, but when he broke it down into something that seemed more manageable, it seemed so much more easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just any task you think is too big. I keep looking at the door because I keep thinking they're going to kick it again.
I think they're just going to wait.
I should be looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Any task you think is just too hard or might be what do you call it? Like overwhelming.
Yeah.
Try and figure out a way to break it down into smaller chunks.
I remember you told me that even way before Ramadan, like just to get into the habit of reading, you were like, just read 10 pages a day.
It works in all aspects, religiously or just in your regular life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I feel like we both, this one you'll definitely be like, yeah, me too. Is to reach out to family and friends that I haven't spoken to in a while.
I'm really bad at that.
I feel like I've gotten worse than I was before. And to my family and friends who I haven't reached out to yet by the time you're listening to this, don't worry, it's coming. And if I don't reach out to you, then reach out to me and then I can
forgive her for the sake of Allah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get a lot going on and you get overwhelmed, and then something as simple as just sending a text message can feel very like daunting. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, how do you carry on this conversation? So I'm making my rounds slowly, because it's also kind of, have you ever like sat there and called every single one of your relatives for Ramadan before? Do you know how exhausting that is?
No.
Because it's not just like a Ramadan Mubarak, okay, bye. It's like Ramadan Mubarak, how's life, how's work, how's the kids if they have kids, or your husband or your wife, or and that's like a good 15-20 minute call because they ask you about your family. And it's nice. I love catching up with people, but like doing every single person that it's
overwhelming, man.
I know.
That's why I just wait till people message me.
You just don't.
Nah, I don't reach out for anything, man. I do nothing. If I could go a whole month, like I mentioned before, I could go a whole month with like no one reaching out to me and be like,
you don't feel sad?
No.
Like not even an ounce?
I'm very good at being by myself.
Like Amir. Like
what?
If nobody messaged you for like not your phone was drier than the Sahara Desert,
that would give me so much more peace.
You wouldn't feel sad? Like lonely in the slightest?
Nah.
You wouldn't be like, I miss my cousin Sara, let me message him.
Like if I wanted to, I'd just go in like, oh yeah, like no, if you didn't message me, like I'll be like, oh, they're probably busy or something like that. But,
what?
Or I'd just be like, I don't know. Okay, it's just how I think. It's how I be, okay? It might not be wrong, might not be right, okay? But it's just who I am. You have to accept me for who I am, okay?
Cue Nick Jonas. I want someone to love me who I am.
Calm down. It's Ramadan, Sara.
Oh, astaghfirullah. Yeah, you right. You
made me clip the mic. 1 second. I actually got to take a break here real quick, guys. I want to make sure my camera doesn't actually die like it always does. Oh. Yeah, because I forgot to put the charger on. And I got to get that. I know. Okay. 1 second, guys. We'll be back.
BRB. Now we're back.
Okay.
Well, you did that on purpose.
What?
You tried to say it at the same time as me?
No, it just worked out. We were in sync like that because we got that cousin connection.
I'm sure everyone's like, guys, if you don't shut up.
Oh my God. I'm trying to be more conscious of like where I keep the mic too.
Yeah.
Because like if it covers your face too much, also like when I look at that one, we want to see your beautiful face, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now that we're back, you got any other goals here to mention?
Those are all of my goals for now. Let's see if I can.
You want to do a recap of like all the goals that's listed? Because I did kind of jump in there a few times. So
yeah. We will. I'll list it just so that if any of you guys were actually looking to know what our goals were. Now you know. So the first one, again, it was to be intentional with every act of worship. So, I was just saying, like, don't do things out of habit, but actually put in that effort to really, know why you're doing what you're doing and reminding yourself that you're doing it for the sake of Allah only. The second one was to review knowledge that I've already learned, or you've already learned, or he's already learned. Just stuff that you already know, kind of just refreshing your memory and refreshing that knowledge. And, sometimes when we learn, you guys know how it is, especially like for school, for example. I know I'm like, shouldn't even be elaborating again, but, have you ever like gone through a course at school and as soon as you do the exam, like you walk out and you're like, I have no idea what I just learned in that class?
Yeah, because you're like it's almost like you just learned it so you could pass the test, and the moment you pass that test, every ounce of that knowledge just escapes. Right, and then like maybe years down the line, something might pop up from that course, and you might like barely remember certain things, and so not that the same happens with religious knowledge, but we definitely I would strongly advise myself to review. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
The third one was to attend like lessons. And so, there's so many different lessons online, in person, if your mosque provides lessons in person too. Like, always a great way to, one, seek reward, and two, learn something new. The fourth one was to donate, whether that be money, clothes, utensils, anything that people are in need of. Donating is also another way to gain a lot of reward. The fifth one was to do, maybe that's the fourth, I can't tell. Fifth one was to do daily or weekly check-ins with yourself to kind of see where you're at in terms of your goals and, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what you can improve on, kind of to just like keep yourself on track for the rest of the month. The next one is to, maybe I should just skip that one, but it was just to kind of like set aside some time for you to actually perform certain acts of worship. So to pray sunnah, or to make up your like past prayers, or I don't know, read Quran, or make dua, dhikr, whatever your choice of worship is. Set aside some time to do it with concentration and really focus on that one task for that specific amount of time. And then the last one was to just reach out to friends and family that you may not have spoken to in a while, because we all get it, everyone gets busy, and you don't always have the time to catch up with friends and family. But during this month, even calling someone, for the sake of Allah, like, I'm sure your friends and family would be happy to hear from you. So I'm going to do it, or I'm going to try my best to do it. So I encourage you guys all to do it as well. And yeah, that's what I have for my goals. And Amir's was to not open the fridge 5 times a day.
Yeah, and not to miss suhoor more than 3. I gotta keep them gains, guys.
If you guys have goals that we haven't mentioned, please leave them in the comments below, because we can also be inspired by you guys, just as we may inspire you. So please share your goals with us so that we can get some inspiration.
Actually, one thing I'm looking for is actually a book that's like an all encompassing like bio on the Prophet Muhammad.
I've seen different recommendations on TikTok actually, but I think I might have saved them. But if you guys have,
I want, like, when I say all encompassing, I mean like from start of life, like whatever they have from start of life to end of life. That includes like not only him, but like his family, all his kids' names. I just wanted like a full book, because like I mentioned, like last year actually, when we first did like the Ramadan podcast, I don't know if it was in the Ramadan time, but like I mentioned that I try and emulate, like everyone should, the action of the Prophet, or like how he was as a person, or who he was as a person. And I feel like having some type of bio like that, or some type of biography or a book that gives every detail of his life will like really help with that. I don't know. It's something I was interested in doing. So if anyone's listening and has like a good recommendation for that,
too.
Yeah, don't steal my ideas now.
Listen, okay,
no, you stole mine. I steal yours. This is how it works. This is how it works, guys.
Leave the book recommendation, DM us, or read it in the comments, wherever. We'll be looking for it.
And also, now that we're finished with the goals, I kind of have to take back some words. Well, actually, no. Okay, it's not technically 100% because Sara did fall. Okay, so last week, or no, 2 weeks ago, I did mention that like Sara will not keep wearing her mask after the mandates are taken off, and like people out here will be, not wearing masks as much as I thought, right? And then the mask mandates stop, and I walk, and like I go on my walk, I'm like so happy. I don't have to take my mask with me. I took it just in case. I didn't have to take my
I do that.
You did too, right? But like I was walking around, or I was walking my normal route, and usually I'll go to like a Tim Hortons along the route to grab a coffee, because I'll go to the gym afterwards. And then I walk in there and I see like half the people are still wearing masks, and all the workers are still wearing masks. And I'm like, did I forget the memo? So like I'm like getting ready to put my mask on, but then I see the guy who's like ordering, he didn't have his on. They weren't saying anything. It's like, okay, I guess not. But then I walked out of there being like, did people not realize they don't have to wear it? And then as I was going throughout my day, like going to the gym or like going to the grocery stores specifically, I saw a lot of people still wearing their mask. And I was so confused. I was like, guys, you don't have to wear it anymore. And like, I know COVID is still a thing, and like, there's still a lot of people getting it, but like, it's if as long as you're vaccinated, it's not really that severe. Maybe those people who were wearing that weren't vaccinated, but with our vaccination rate, I highly doubt that. And just I realized a lot of people were still wearing their mask, which is really surprising to me and something I was not expecting. Right, Sara, of course, you know, we went to an event, and the first thing I see is Sara's not wearing a mask inside. So I was like, "What were you saying, Sara? I thought you said you weren't gonna wear a mask. What happened?"
Well, I thought I was gonna wear a mask, but see what had happened was
what happened, Sara?
Peer pressure. Okay,
exactly. What did I say? I told you peer pressure,
but
will make you do things that you don't want to do. Okay,
it's also like, okay, I'm not that strict on the mask if I'm around people that I'm like, you look like you're responsible.
Yeah.
You know, and like those
we're
are
in
people.
a public place. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Indoors too.
But even like for example, I went to Sephora on Friday with Nabat. Nabat's gonna listen to this and be like, you know, why are you putting me on blast? But we were getting out of the car and I was like, where's your mask? She was like, what mask?
You asked her where her mask is?
Yeah.
Are you the masked police now, Sara?
Let me just.
There are no mandates. You cannot force us to do anything we don't want to. Okay.
I was like, well, where's your mask? And she's like, what mask? I'm like, girl, why are you acting like we were not just in a pandemic for 2 years? Like, where is your mask? So she's like, I'm not gonna wear it. We don't have to.
Yeah.
And I was like, so should I not wear it? Like.
So you went from asking her where her mask is to be like, oh, then I shouldn't wear it either.
Because we came together. Like, why am I gonna wear a mask and she's not?
Because you were clearly wanting to wear it for your own protection.
Yeah.
You know, other people are willing to take the risk of not wearing it.
But I just felt like, you know, are they gonna accept us walking into the store without the mask?
Yeah.
Because I walked in and the same thing happened where all the workers were wearing it. Some customers were, some weren't.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, can we get some help?
Wait, so you went in without your mask?
Yeah, but like, you know, just like doing one of these.
At that point, just wear your mask then.
And I was like, I felt really uncomfortable. And I'm like, maybe this is why some people still want to wear it because they're so used to wearing it.
Well, like one thing to mention is that a lot of companies, because these are still private companies, right? The private companies, so right now there's no mandates, but like the companies themselves have the choice to whether if they want to keep the mandates or not for their own workers.
Yeah.
So like those Tim Hortons workers who were wearing the mask, they were wearing it because they had no choice. They had to wear it for their job. And same thing probably for those Sephora workers. Like a lot of major companies, and apparently they're only doing this because they don't want to be the first to not do it, if that makes sense, right? So like a lot of these people are being like, well, we don't want to be the first one to step out there and say you don't have to wear a mask. We're going to wait till another major company does it. So it won't look as bad for us, even though it's like a really dumb reason for it. But like, you know, that, you know how companies are, they can be really on edge these days.
My workplace, there's no mask mandate, but
yeah, smaller places that aren't customer facing are not really forcing it.
Yeah, it's not really customer facing, but they did say like there may be some employees that still want you to wear it, so please bring it with you in case you're asked to put it on.
Wait, so an employee can ask you to wear it?
Yeah, like let's say like we're about to have a meeting, and then one of the people requests that everyone wears a mask.
Girl, you got Microsoft Teams for that.
They were like, you got to respect the wishes of those. Like,
wait, so if you're in the office, you still have to go in-person meetings?
Well, maybe not everyone might be in that day because we're doing like hybrid model right now. But yeah, they were like, bring your mask. Like, don't come without anything. Yeah. Show up with the mask, and if you're asked to put it on, then you have to. But like if you're taking the TTC, you have to wear it on there anyways.
Yeah.
So
also things like the TTC are still enforcing it.
But why? That's a public service.
I don't know. It doesn't really make sense because like it's either have them or don't have them, because the way COVID works is like it spreads. Especially now, it's like a super spreader because it's actually more contagious than Omicron.
It's like some new variant.
Omicron was? Is it Omicron?
Yeah. Is it Omnicron or Omicron?
Omicron? Omarion? No, you remember Omarion?
It's Omarion.
Yeah, but it like scientifically it doesn't make sense. Like you either have to have them on or be willing to just take the risk, or let the individual make that choice.
Which is where we're at now.
Yeah. No, because there are people who are working who can't make the choice for themselves, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because COVID is still out there. Like even people in my workplace, I'm working from home, just so you know.
You haven't gone back yet?
No, I went back one time recently. Are you really that time? Come on.
I'm fasting.
I know.
That's my excuse.
Yeah. We're about to break our fast in like an hour or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, people who, even my workers are still getting it. And apparently, like I was talking to another cousin of mine, he said that they're still getting it too.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they're vaccinated, so they're not as severe. Except for someone at my workplace, like they had all 3 of their shots and they still got pretty bad symptoms. Like
they got COVID again?
No,
like
the first time. They actually got it for the first time. I was like, how did you... I literally asked them, I was like, how did you make it these 2 years and not get it once?
Right.
And literally the time that they have all 3 shots, they still, they were able to get it and they had like pretty bad symptoms. Like they were sick, like out.
Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but that means these vaccines are not really doing their job.
Well, like they lose their efficacy over time, right?
It's too late to be an anti-vaxxer at this point.
Yeah, because it's a vaccine. It's not technically a vaccine. What is it when it's like, because something that's 100%, when it's 100% that you won't get it after you get the shot, what is that called?
A vaccine?
No.
Preventative measure?
No, like I think they say like the term vaccine is being misused here because it's not 100% preventative and it loses its efficacy over time, unlike the like smallpox or the, what's the other one?
Chickenpox?
No, not chickenpox. There was another one.
H1N1?
No, there was another one that's like
hepatitis.
That's recently started arising because a lot of parents are not getting their kids the flu shots. No, not flu shot.
Influenza? Whatever.
There's another one. Oh. Let's just say like the smallpox one, because that one is 100%. Once you get it, you're not going to get smallpox after.
What is smallpox?
It's like, I don't know. I think it's like a severe form of like chickenpox.
Oh shoot! It's disfiguring and often deadly disease that has affected humans for thousands of years.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really really bad. Thankfully, now they have, because of the
Sara! I moved it.
Oh my god!
I didn't think it was gonna look like that.
Sara, why would you click images?
Because I didn't think it was gonna look like that.
Oh my god!
My heart is beating so fast. What's that?
That was so gross.
Where you have like fear of the...
Oh my god! I'm gonna throw out Sara.
Stop!
That was so bad. It's just like I can handle those type of photos, but just the unexpected nature, like the photo that popped up. I'm gonna put it in the back. Not putting it in the back. No.
Why?
Even me looking at it, I don't want to look at it again.
You want to look at it again?
No, Sara, don't click at it again.
Just one more time.
Okay, click it now. Let's look at it. Okay, it's not as bad now because I can.
No, that one. These two. No.
Okay, I can't look at it. I can't look at it. Okay, done. Let's go. Okay, guys, this podcast has like derailed completely. It's gone. No, people are gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?" This is what happens when you get a podcast during Ramadan. Okay, it's just like nonsense.
That was actually like traumatizing.
Yeah, it's just the unexpected nature of it. Hopefully, you didn't like clip the mics when doing that.
We absolutely did. We screamed.
Yeah, we did. Oh my god. Okay, so is that all that we have? We gotta go in like 5 minutes. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll leave it here.
Yeah,
we
literally have to go in 5 minutes. I say like we have someone knocking on the door right now.
Stay tuned.
Telling us we have to go
for the next episode. Hopefully, we'll have more inspiring topics.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like this one was a pretty good one, aside from
the
little mishaps.
I feel like with fast and everything, my guard is down more, so I'm a lot more like all over the place.
That's okay.
I try and keep my thoughts more concise, but it's Ramadan, guys. We're all just chilling right now.
Yeah.
Okay. But thank you again for listening. I should be looking over there. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Remember to subscribe on YouTube at Cousin Connection Pod, or you're already watching this on the channel. Just hit the subscribe button somewhere down there.
Yeah, we see y'all. Okay, in the little the thing that tells us
what.
What's it called?
Come on, Sara.
The thing that tells you how well you're doing.
Oh, the analytics. This girl.
I was thinking algorithm, but I knew that wasn't the one. We see y'all, okay, in our analytics who watches but doesn't subscribe. Do us a favor.
Yes, please.
And
support
subscribe.
Local businesses. Small businesses. Yeah, and also follow us on all our social platforms. We'll have them in our description.
Yeah.
And it's Cousin Connection Podcast. Just search it up in any.
It's actually Cousin Connection Pod, but
Cousin Connection Pod. Sorry, on our social platforms. And yeah, we gotta go, guys.
Bye.